What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm sitting down with Kyle from Amazon Marketing Consulting. Kyle is a agency and he works with large Amazon brands, and what he does is manages all of their PPC ad spend and all of their advertising across the Amazon platform for a bunch of large brands and large retailers. So in today's video, we're going to be sitting down with him, discussing his story, how he got to where he is today, what he's doing with his current business, and how he is actually setting out to help smaller sellers and smaller brands completely free of charge through his social media efforts. And we'll learn a little bit more about him. Let's get into the video. All right guys, so before we jump into it, please remember to be smashing that like button. If you aren't already, make sure that you are subscribed and you're also smashing that notification bell so you can get notified every single time we post a new video. Let's get into it. How's it going today, Kyle?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So Kyle and I actually recently connected because he has a really interesting and unique angle at what he's trying to do. Kyle actually works during the day and runs a consulting agency for large brands, helps them do all of their marketing, their advertising, and build out their brand on Amazon and create a presence. And now he's kind of has a unique spin, and he is interested in helping smaller brands and smaller sellers do the same for themselves. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your company, and what you are looking to do?
Yeah, absolutely. So actually a little bit more during the day, I'm actually working on a lot of this stuff. I'm actually like in the weeds, creating campaigns, doing listing optimizations, a little bit of everything for some very large brands on Amazon. Um, Kind of on the side right now, what I've noticed is a hurdle for a lot of people is some of the barriers to entry on Amazon, and even if it's past that, what's actually next, and how can you get past some of those barriers, and it fends so many people off, and really keeps a lot of people from selling on Amazon. People that actually have really good products, or like products that could really benefit people. I want to be the person that people can come to and just talk about it, like, hey, I'm on Amazon, like I've got a great listing. What's next? Like I haven't sold anything. How can I sell some more units? Or, I've sold 5 units this month. How can I make it 10 next month? There's kind of, a lot of different techniques and approaches, and a lot of things that really need to be addressed right out of the gate to ensure success on Amazon, regardless of what you're selling. And that's really what I want to focus on helping people with.
Yeah, okay, that's amazing. So, just a little bit of background or insight, I guess, for anybody watching this. So, his services and what he's trying to do here would be best applicable for wholesalers if they are managing a brand or have like an exclusivity with a brand and they're trying to grow that brand and gain velocity and optimize for the brand, whether agency style on their behalf or they are buying and selling the products themselves. Or this would be really good for private labelers or passion productors that have their own products and they're looking to launch and grow on Amazon. So if you are more so in like the RA or OA categories, the services probably aren't as beneficial to you. But I just wanted to clear that up for anyone that's watching and just kind of wondering how that all fits in here. So I guess give us a little bit more background on, I guess, how you started your agency, how you got into this, what's your history even before that, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, before I got into Amazon, I went to college and studied marketing, and I just found a passion for it. And with like everything that's going on with e-commerce, I really wanted to get more into the digital space and really learn, kind of some of the background and what's really happening behind the scenes, especially with just honestly all online ads. Like the average consumer doesn't really have any understanding of what it actually is, or what it means to place an ad where it's currently at. So that really started to pique my interest, and So then, after college, I ended up getting into a position where I was working with, it was an account management position. And I was basically helping people start up on Amazon. There wasn't really like a huge process with, like how are we selecting clients or things like that. It was, some people would come to us and they would say, hey, I have 5,000 of these and I want to sell them on Amazon. So I learned everything from the ground up. It was, how do you create a Seller Central account? How do you get on Vendor Central? How do you get your first POs? What are some of the programs that Amazon actually has to assist you throughout this? How does advertising work? Um, it was really learning about all of this stuff. And as I was learning through it, the client would begin to learn as well. And they would eventually sell their first 100 units in a month. And then we would focus on how do we grow from here. And then it turned into how can we increase conversion rates? How can we boost run rates? How can we show up on page one? Is it possible? How competitive are we in the category? How do we expand our catalog to fit what the demand curve actually is on Amazon during seasonality or whatever it may be, during COVID even. um, and so then I started tweaking with things and I started testing things. And if you stock out of your inventory, what is the best practice? Do you switch your listing to manufacturer fulfillment? Do you just let it stay stocked out? Or do you, like, there's a couple other things that we actually tried. Do you close the listing? Do you just leave it inactive as is? And what affects your rank the most? And it, from there, once I started figuring out, okay, this is the process. This is what you do to actually protect yourself and to protect what you built, through advertising and just all organic efforts and listing optimizations. And then I just progressed and progressed, and I started working with bigger and bigger clients. I started doing it on a much, much larger scale. So then it wasn't a matter of, handling $10,000 a month in sales or $20,000 a month. Now I'm managing millions of dollars a month, and I'm pulling levers that I never thought I would be, and really focusing on, at any level, what does this change in ad spend have effect on your organic rank? What does a change in, your main image, your product image? What does, like, your bullets and your titles, how they're optimized? How do those affect your rank? And I just started getting more and more into it, and I found that I've really got a passion for this stuff. And now I want to help people get to that point and understand what it takes and the commitment it takes, and how to overcome some of the hurdles that Amazon will throw at you.
Such a cool story to know that you kind of started off as a lot of people that are probably watching this did, just figuring it out as you went and, pulling clients and worrying about the rest later. And you can tell that you really put the time and effort to master your craft. And obviously now with the big clients that you do have managing, millions of dollars a month in sales for them, you clearly have gotten to a point where you understand the process, you understand what things are about. And I think it's extremely noble because you definitely don't have to do it to go out and help some of these smaller sellers figure it out in a sense. Because really at the end of the day, you can make one or two tweaks to an ad campaign, but if you don't understand some of the more fundamental things, then you may be missing out on certain opportunities, or certain changes and things might not even help you at all. So it's amazing that you can even just be that ear to lend to people. And I've had a couple meetings with Kyle now, and I can tell you he's the real deal and he knows what he's talking about. So if you guys are in one of the situations that he explained and you guys need help when it's related to private label or managing a brand and looking to grow and expand a brand in general, feel free to reach out to him. He's on Instagram at Amazon Marketing Consulting. You can find him on Instagram. So yeah, feel free to go check him out. Like he mentioned, he is looking to take on a handful of sellers and really just get where they're at in their journey and help them out with points and tips and anything like that.
I really want to just help people solve their problems right now. Like I want people to understand where I'm at and why I'm here to help them. Like I've seen so many people struggle and I've seen a lot of people give up on it. And a lot of people, like it's a commitment. In just ordering a bunch of inventory, getting everything all prepped, working to get all your accounts set up, sending it all into Amazon, and then to see it not sell, it can be so frustrating. And not being able to see some of your stuff sell, due to like compliance issues or category issues, or just Amazon pushing back on certain forms, or SDS files. There's so many different ways and so many different things Amazon will throw at you. Like it, I just want I want people to feel comfortable reaching out to me. Like if you even just want to say like, hey, this is my listing. What does it need? Like I'll help you understand why or how you can increase your conversion rates, or what you can do to make your listing better, and just give yourself a better chance of really scaling and building any rank, and becoming one of those products that are on page one. Even just resellers, like I've worked with so many resellers who are selling just very simple household products, like plastic forks, things like that, just things that you can find online, or some people just luck into just a ton of inventory, and now they need to sell it. I want to be the guy who's here to help people understand Amazon and really have a fair shot at selling it.
Thanks for taking the time today, and I hope to talk to you again really soon.
Of course, thanks for having me, man.